So Kyrsten Sinema right now is getting an unbelievable amount of heat for her no vote on the $15 minimum wage, which is obviously really dope. As you guys know, she did a really weird, like, enthusiastic no vote. There was no need to even do the thumbs down vote. She didn't have to vote that way. So it was very bizarre as to why she chose to do that thumbs down vote in the first place. Like, if you're going to vote no on it, you can vote no without doing the theatrics period. And then she does the dance when she does it. It was so demeaning and belittling. And in Arizona, there's 800,000 workers who would be affected by the wage hike. So there's almost 1 million people who are really dependent on these wage hikes to get out of slave labor, poverty wage, and be able to live a decent life, right? These are the mass populace. These are people, average people in the United States, and she's, belittling them with all these weird theatrics. But here's her defense. So it's a Senator Sinema spokesperson said it's sexist to comment on a female politician's body language or physical demeanor when HuffPost inquired about her thumbs down vote on a minimum wage. Commentary about a female senator's body language, clothing, or physical demeanor does not belong in a serious media outlet. So the strategy here, as is common, is to basically try to use the shield of sexism. What's actually really interesting is a pretty clear majority, if you sift through Twitter, basically. The people criticizing Kyrsten Sinema are actually women, most of the people really going in on this. They're saying, they're pointing out how it was very enthusiastic and how it was really sort of obviously very demeaning towards average, wage workers here in the United States, people working minimum wage, average people in the United States, and how disgusting it was. And also if you watch the video, she taps Mitch McConnell on the back. It's not clear if she's trying to get his attention as to look and say, hey, watch my vote. You're really gonna love it. And he doesn't look, or if she was just saying hello. I don't really know. But people are certainly alleging that that's what it was. She also brought in a cake for her Senate staff that had stayed overnight, which is also kind of a slap in the face, obviously, especially because I don't know how much money they're making, but they probably aren't making that much either. But it kind of brings that Marie Antoinette vibes very obviously. But it's clearly, this is not about sexism. And also, a lot of people are pointing out how the group that has the highest percentage of minimum wage workers are very often women and Hispanic. I think the biggest group was actually Hispanic women. So, women are very heavily impacted by this as well. And so, when you have this really enthusiastic sort of dance or whatever the fuck you're doing, but again, you didn't even need to do the thumbs down. That's not how you typically vote. Every senator doesn't go up and go thumbs up, thumbs down. That's not how it works. That's not typical protocol. So she's trying to do the John McCain thing. It epically failed, and she just came off as just this massive prick, basically, because you're denying almost 1 million people the ability to live in decency. And so people are going after you for that, and deservedly so. You deserve this, because even as the other 7 Democrat douchebags who voted against it, they weren't such dicks that they essentially did such a, theatrical, cinematic performance and such a demeaning thing in the way that they voted. So Kyrsten Sinema getting an incredible amount of heat. Again, she's trying to hide behind the shield of sexism, and it's mostly women who are really, really going at her on Twitter. So, just isn't working here. But yeah, Sinema's a piece of shit.